Yo, it's Vert.
Seas to seas.
Mr. Rose is here as usual.
What's up? What's up? Special guest. I'm in the building today. 706 Juice Man. I'm here, baby. Let's go.
No more Black Tears podcast. We sipping on that Modelo, Jack Daniels, that Hen Dog. So let's get into it. We doing this Black History Month, so the first thing I want to do is acknowledge the great late Bill Russell, 11-time NBA champion, civil rights advocate, the first black NBA head coach. This man revolutionized how defenses played in the NBA, and he should always be considered in that GOAT status, that Ali status, because what he was doing on the court pales into what he was doing off of the court. Going down to Mississippi, helping run a basketball camp with Charles Evers, the late great Medgar Evers' brother. Coming home, seeing the word, the N-word smeared on his wall in his house, and playing in a racist city like Boston, and doing it with such elegance. Part of the Black Summit with Muhammad Ali, when he was going through what he was going through, and you had greats like Jim Brown, Ali, and other great athletes. Bill Russell was one of the key contributors and one of the people who helped organize that. So on this Black History Month, I just want to acknowledge the late, great Bill Russell.
So I'm going to start off by saying we realize the importance of Black History Month. It shouldn't be a thing, but because of the way history is told, we have to.
Yeah.
Black history is American history, and it is history, period, that deserves to be. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to do mine in 3 separate parts. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to go too long off on a tangent. But first of all, I'm going to do Marcus Garvey, the father of Pan-Africanism. Jamaican born, one of the first immigrants. We have a lot of immigrants that contributed to Black history in general. But one of the first, had his own multiple businesses, had his own import, newspaper, etc. He was there in the story with W.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. So this goes back to the early 1900s. Marcus Garvey. If you don't know what it is, look him up. There's a lot of history behind that. Second after that, I want to do let's look at baseball and sports. Just all these Jim Brown, a lot of these people, Satchel Paige, a lot of athletes. Look at the Super Bowl. Let's look at that. And the last one I want to do is the history of Lake Lanier. It's the reason why something's always happened in Lake Lanier, Georgia. One of the famous lakes. There was an episode of Atlanta about it, but if you look up the history of Lake Lanier, there was a town called Oscarville, Georgia. It was a black town in 1912. It ceased to exist. Basically, 2 boys got accused of something, and 2 black kids got accused, and the town got raided, and they basically ran all the black people out of there. This is one of the functioning towns like Rosewood in Florida. There's so many towns that were burned down to the ground, all black towns.
Shout out to the county.
Forsyth County, which today has a very, very, very low black population still to this day.
What else is there? What else is there?
Oh, there's one of the biggest prisons in Georgia is also there. And the training headquarters is also there for Georgia State Corrections.
Shout out GDC.
Yeah, besides that, but there's that history. Basically, the town was flooded. You can still see remnants of schools, farms, bleachers for the school still in the lake. So that's one of the biggest things about Lake Lanier. So that's the reason why I'll never go swimming in that water. But I also know the history of. There's a lot of history that's not talked about. Just even whatever state you live in. Just look at the state. We could talk about Oregon. There's a lot of racist stuff that happened in Oregon, in Indiana, Chicago, all those Midwestern states. Just look at your state histories every day, know something, read something, learn something new every day.
Yo, what up? Hey, shout out to all the black excellence out there. Community, entertainment, businesses, lifestyles. I know who y'all is. Much love. I'm with y'all all the way. Let's go.
Yo, it's Mr. Rose. So basically, I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite people I look up and I study him often. So Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, so he's probably related to my family somehow because my grandma's maiden name was Little. So I don't know. We might be related. So hey, what's up? But yeah, but yeah, he was everybody pretty much know who he was, but some people might not know that he was he spent time in foster care as a child. Everybody know that 3 men were convicted of his murder, but some people might not know that 2 of them were falsely accused but served time, and they also sued New York police because the New York Police Department and the FBI withheld evidence. So now they after all that time that they served, they got their it was I guess the word I'm looking for, I'm not really sure, but y'all know their record was erased because they
Exonerated.
Exonerated.
Or
Yeah.
expunged.
Yeah. So but that's who I'm dedicating the Black History Month to. He died on a special day for me, February 21st. Something that I'm always going to remember for the rest of my life. A special day. That's just for my people would know what day that was. I ain't got to put everybody in it, but yeah. So, but that's who I'm representing. It's a good thing to go study different things. He was a smart man. I just want to dedicate today to him and the month to him, and we need to live on. So I just got one thing to say. Get your hand out of my pocket. I'm back quiet.
Another thing is, a lot of people don't know this. I found this out last year. So we all know the famous, one of the GOATs of comedy, Red Fox. Red Fox and Malcolm X actually ran the streets together when they were younger. Detroit Red was Malcolm X's name when he was running. So
Yeah.
2 prominent brothers that basically grew up together. I don't know how much of contact they kept with each other, but they did grow up together. And a lot of these celebrities, political activists, civil rights leaders all knew each other. Everybody had conversations around the world, internationally, crossing the world, cities. So that's
Yeah, and we like C said, we celebrate Black History Month, but Black history is not a month. It's American history, and I need y'all to just take some time to go back and look at it, and just study your heritage, study where you came from. You might want to even go get one of those tests done and see exactly where you're from, or just and also keep your family and your loved ones. Everybody, some families not as close as others, but check on your people. You know what I'm saying? Text message doesn't take longer than 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Check on your people. This is much love, man. This Black Power.
And as far as the rest of the month, go follow the Instagram page, the TikTok page. You'll see every single day that a Black person is being posted. So please go and do that for yourself. If you just want to see a random Black person posted and learn some history and look them up and find out what they mean to our culture. But speaking of Black history, we got a Super Bowl that's going to be played in 30 minutes with 2 Black quarterbacks by the name of Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, with 2 great Black fathers.
Yes, sir.
That's been in their lives and helped raise these young men up to be who they are now, to be the quarterbacks of 2 Super Bowl teams. But at one point in time, we didn't always have Black quarterbacks in the league. So I'm going to start with the elder statesman in the room, because we finna talk about the history of the Black quarterback. Juice Man, go and tell the people something.
Let's see here. I'm the oldest, but I ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? So basically, as far as I can remember, my first Black quarterback had to be Warren Moon.
Okay.
That's my first Black quarterback.
Hall of Famer.
But when y'all told me what was going on, I researched the first Black quarterback, and it wasn't him. But actually, we had quite a few Black quarterbacks before Warren Moon. But I believe a lot of people said Warren Moon was like
Randall Cunningham.
Ronald Cunningham. That'd be the second one, you know. I was always a fan, even though they was losing like crazy. I always a fan of Ronald Cunningham and Warren Moon just because they were brothers, you know. You got to link up, you got to help one another, bring one another up. So it is what it is. You know.
Me, man, like really, when I actually paid attention to quarterbacks, like actually noticed it as a kid, had to be McNabb. McNabb was at that time he was killing it. He was on cover of Madden and all that stuff. Then, come on, probably one of the greatest running quarterbacks. Still, he just basically gave birth to the new era of quarterbacks. But Michael Vick, man,
Superman.
just the way he played the game, and then this week I found out about Doug Williams. They actually interviewed him on the local news, but Doug Williams played in the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, played for the Washington Redskins. So I mean, look him up. He's also a coach now too.
So for me, I'm a little bit younger, but when I saw Randall Cunningham play when he was in Minnesota, but then that led to me having an infatuation with Steve McNair and what he was doing with the Titans. And I saw him take that team to the Super Bowl, and I saw him run, throw it, and I saw him be elusive and electrifying and throw the ball deep. And then it led to me just watching someone like McNabb play and play the position, not necessarily like other black quarterbacks have played, like play it more from the pocket, scramble every once in a while. But then I just came to my own when, like C said, in 01, my team, the Atlanta Falcons, drafted someone out of Virginia, Michael Vick. To me, the way he walked, talked, wore his hair, it personified blackness to me. And the way he played, he was worth the ticket price. From throwing deep touchdown passes to running 70 yards for a touchdown to going to Green Bay and beating Brett Favre in his own stadium in a playoff game. First time that ever happened in Green Bay history. Mike Vick did that, y'all, for him being the first quarterback to sign a $100 million deal. Being on the cover of Madden and stuff like that. Me going to the store asking my mom, please, buy this game, because I just want to have the game because Michael Vick on the cover. And then, of course, we know what happened with Michael Vick, but he opened the doorway for all these other quarterbacks like Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick, all these other quarterbacks that probably wouldn't have even had a chance to play quarterback in high school. But the coach was like, hey, you're athletic, you can throw, we're going to give you a chance. Because before, if you was athletic, you couldn't play quarterback. But Michael Vick opened the doorways for them. And then we seeing Cam Newton being the first black quarterback to win the MVP by himself. Like McNair tied Manafort, but Cam Newton was hands down an MVP that season. And then now, to me, seeing someone like Jalen Hurts and someone like Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl and starting the Super Bowl across from each other, man, let me tell you, I thought it was something when Mike Vick and McNabb was starting the NFC Championship. So for me to see this right here, I'm proud.
Yeah, so for me, probably when I first seen the black quarterback play, it was Warren Moon. He was with the Oilers, and he was the man. He would throw that thing deep. It was amazing to see. Then went to probably Steve McNair, not Steve McNair, but before then it was Randall Cunningham. I knew he played for the Eagles, but it was more when he played for Minnesota, when they had Chris Carter and Randy Moss, and they broke all those records. I just wish they could have made it to the Super Bowl, because they probably would have won it, but they got beat by hometown. You know what I'm saying? ATL went there and laid the egg again, but it's all good. We still love you Falcons, but make sure y'all pick a quarterback this year in the draft. And make sure he's black. But next thing you know what's going on. But another guy I gotta give shouts out to is Lamar Jackson, because when he was at Louisville and playing in college, man, he did some amazing things. Nobody ever seen anything that he's done since Michael Vick. But then he does it differently than Michael Vick, because Mike Vick was left-handed, he's right-handed. It just when you see Lamar just running the ball or It's just elegant. I don't know. It's elegant. I don't know. He's one of my favorite players ever since college. But that's I think that's pretty much my take on the black quarterback. We want to see more of them out there. It don't matter how you play the game, as long as you're winning. That's all that matters. You know? They gonna pay you if you're winning. So
amen.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change for nobody, and stand up for the right things, and do the right thing. As long as you're doing the right thing, everything else will work out in your favor. So, shouts out to all the black quarterbacks. Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts tonight. Can't wait to see y'all play. I hope that the national anthem is short and sweet and everything, all this other stuff they got to do before all this other stuff. But because I'm ready to see the game, man. I'm hyped. I'm sweating. I'm ready. I'm hyped. Let's go.
And I just want to say, we got someone like Doug Williams, first black quarterback win the Super Bowl. Someone like Russell Wilson and Pat Mahomes, they've won Super Bowls too. Those are black quarterbacks who won Super Bowls. We got Steve McNair. We got Cam Newton and Pat Mahomes, black quarterbacks to have won the league MVP. We got Jamarcus Russell, Michael Vick, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Kyler Murray, black quarterbacks that go number 1 overall in the draft. So, hey, even though the NFL been around for over 100 years, we still making history in 2023. So
yeah, and we can't forget about Fitz Pollard, the first black NFL coach, and he's in the Hall of Fame. And y'all go do your research on him, Fitz Pollard.
much respect. Like I said earlier, check out the Instagram pages, the TikTok pages. We not dropping jewels on y'all. We dropping black jewels on y'all. So the game's gonna start in about 20 minutes. We got some more liquor to get to, some food to get to, pizza, wings, baked beans and all kind of stuff. But before we go into this little halftime remission, C's, what's your prediction on this black-on-black Super Bowl?
Philly, baby, Philly.
Philly special.
You got a score?
33-27. Close game.
MVP?
I ain't gonna make a prediction, man. It is what it is, man.
Juice, man, you got a prediction on this game?
Let me see here. Now, both teams are great. I like both teams. I like both quarterbacks. Both of them cool. But Mahomes is going to be there. He's going to keep going. He's the new GOAT, as we should say. He already been there 5-6 times, so he's going to keep going. So we need Jalen Hurts. We need the Eagles to win this one and get his ring. Cause you know how they do it. Once you hit greatness, they start dismantling you. So the team ain't going to be the same next year. The Eagles ain't going to have the same team next year. So Hurts, you need to go ahead and get this thing now. Get your ring. Because, Mahomes ain't having that shit twice in a row. So, yeah, Jalen Hurts, I'm praying for you, brother. Okay, let me say scores. I want Philly to win it. Let's say, I want to see a nice high school game. So let's say 37 Eagles, 35 Kansas City.
And your MVP?
Hurts, Jalen.
All right, so I'm going to pick Kansas City for the win. Pat Mahomes for the MVP. The score is going to be 31-20, and it's going to be a close game. But the Kansas City defense, which is underrated, and they're not really underrated, but they're not as good as the Eagles defense. But I believe that they're probably those rookies back there are going to step up and make a play. Because we're going to need them to step up and make plays. Kansas City's going to win. And we're also going to need the offensive line for Kansas City to show up against that Eagles D-line and that rush that they bring with all them sacks that they had this year. But I'm going Kansas City 31-20. Pat Mahomes for the MVP. Second Super Bowl MVP, and he got 6 more to go.
Hey, man. So for those who watch wrestling, I'm going to quote Paul Heyman. I'm not giving a prediction, I'm giving a spoiler. A black quarterback can win the Super Bowl.
Ah, the Negro.
But with that being said, man, I got the Chiefs 38-28. Chiefs gonna pull away in the fourth quarter. Pat Mahomes gonna do some spectacular shit. MVP Pat Mahomes. It's gonna be a great game. We finna enjoy it. So please make sure you listen to the whole podcast. We finna break, and we'll see y'all at halftime.
All right.
Yo, it's time for Tears or No Tears. The first topic, we're gonna talk about Chinese spy balloon shot down. But I'm gonna pass it to C so he can give a little explanation on it.
Basically, we had two Chinese balloons over the U.S. Basically, we don't know what the purpose of the balloons was. China basically said that it was for the look at the weather.
So did they claim the second one? I thought
They claimed both.
Oh, they claimed both.
They claimed both, but China got mad because they shot it down. It basically routed took it. One was over Alaska, went from Alaska to Oregon, and then Oregon all the way over. They didn't want to shoot it down. The military basically said they didn't want to shoot it down because there was town. So it's like you shoot a balloon down and it, falls out the sky in the middle of the town. But they shot it down off the coast of South Carolina, and the piece, there's rumors that a certain piece of it had a lot of technological information that they could have got from it. But they shot it in the ocean, and there's a lot of stuff they can't recover for it. But it says a lot. Politically, it says a lot. So, I mean, that's shows you what we're at.
So you tears or no tears?
Here's, because that's a dumbass move on everybody's parts. But yeah.
Why? Why is that?
You gonna let a balloon come in your country and basically, once you enter airspace, you shouldn't be allowed to do, like, why would you wait? Why would you shoot it down instantly? And why did it take so long to surface and come up in the news? That's another thing.
Yeah.
So I got tears for that. Somebody's fucking up, basically.
Yeah. I don't have any tears for it because I don't really know what's really going on. Because how in the world did they fly here from China? Where did it start from? Like that, I need more information on it. Like
That's the thing. They're not going to release all the information.
so that's why I have no tears for it. Because like it's not going to for right now. It's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect anybody I know that I know of right now. So it's like no tears. Like who cares? Like they shot down, right? We don't even know if the government is telling the truth about who did it. Didn't the monkey virus come from China that they said? But nobody knows that either. So no tears.
Hey, China trying to kill us, man. They're trying to kill us. Hey, don't ban me from TikTok. Don't ban me from TikTok.
I need some proof.
I'm gonna keep it simple, man. No tears, cause ain't no black people was hurt in the production of whatever that balloon shit was. So I'm cool, bro. I don't care that they shot no down no Chinese balloon. I'm good with that.
It's childish.
I'm coming in.
Hey,
I'm coming in. That wasn't China's balloon. That was a UFO.
Hey, just
For the
because-
minded people, they put that in the media for y'all.
Aliens.
Hey, just because white people didn't do it does not mean it was aliens.
Aliens.
I'm gonna say it every time. Just because white people didn't do it, does not mean it was aliens.
Aliens, son. See, I'm trying to tell you. See, boom, bruh. Space Force. That wasn't Air Force. That was Space Force.
Nigga, it's the same thing.
hey, man.
It's the same thing.
Hey, C's, man. Hey, tell the audience about what's going on with Simply Just Juice.
All right, same thing. So you got Simply Juice, Simply Tropical. Basically has some toxic chemical in it. Coca-Cola knew about it. It's tears because it just goes back into the fact that they put bullshit in the food, and that's why everybody gets sick. So simple as that. Tears.
Yeah, I got tears for it too. It's like simply, they just came out with an alcohol beverage, and it tastes pretty good. So it's like, y'all, if y'all put that in the juice, that's supposed to be all juice. What y'all putting in the alcohol? Like,
So you're trying to have Simply Alcoholics.
hey, it tastes pretty good though. Have you tried it?
Nah, I haven't had
Yeah,
it.
you should.
Can't knock it in.
It tastes pretty good. So I don't know, but we got some guests here. Any of the guests want to jump in on it?
I'm gonna shed tears for the Simply, man, because that's my go-to drink.
That's why I got tears too.
I
So
just had some this morning.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it in all the drinks that they supply, or is it just
We
the
don't
orange
know yet.
juice?
What was reported so far is just Simply Tropical.
Man.
But it just makes you question what's in the rest of them.
Man, I got tears because I'm sipping on that hen dog, that Jack Apple, this exclusive Canton, bourbon, and simply my go-to mix for all that. So I got tears because when I'm trying to get lit and slizzer, that's why I'm going to the grocery store to get simply. So simply, if you hearing this and y'all ain't fucked up like they say I fucked up, please look out for a brother.
Hold up, y'all telling me the Simply
I mean,
juice?
but if they owned by Coca-Cola, ain't Coca-Cola is the one that's putting cocaine in everybody's stuff back in the day? What you expect? They just tried another way to get it back in there.
What's wrong with Coke?
That Coke.
So Bert, you ever suck dick for weed?
Nah, I ain't never sucked dick, period.
Oh, we talking about Coca-Cola. We ain't talking about that kind of
Oh, my bad.
Nah,
My bad.
period.
I got thrown off. I got off. There's too much coke in the world. Too much coke.
Yeah. I don't want to do nothing that's going to have a nigga sucking dick. Fuck all that. On a serious note, though, there was this white boy. He was rapping the lyrics to one of his favorite songs. He said the N-word. He had a scholarship to Florida University. They took it from him. And then at HBCU gifted him a scholarship. What's your thoughts on that, Juice Man?
Sellouts. Who was the school?
Fort Valley State University.
Fort Valley, y'all some sellouts for that, man. Straight up, like, hey, come on now. You going against everything we fought for. It's Black History Month. Act like it.
So tears or no tears?
Bruh, I got tears for Fort Valley State now. I'm trying to offer him something. There should have been no tears for him being cut from football. Over with. He's done, son.
I got no tears for him losing his scholarship. Hey, you put this shit on video, you gotta pay repercussions. What is tears for is your dumbass Fort Valley. Are they trying to just do a ploy for like equality or something? Is it a political stunt or something? What are they trying to do or prove? So I mean, every other school that had prospects for him dropped him. Not just Florida, whatever other schools he had, decided to drop him too. I mean, he didn't say the N-word like to hurt anybody or in a derogatory way. He just said it, in a song or whatever. I mean, hey, no tears for this stupid shit.
I don't got tears for it, but I'm gonna chime in and say that you gotta be understanding of people, man. Nowadays, man, everybody is growing up together, man, and they playing football, and most of the football stars now are black, and they around them every day. From listening to the music, getting crunk with them in the locker room.
Facts.
And they saying, they were saying lyrics, and, I have, Florida is, predominantly white school, and, they unsupportive of that, kind of language, but, it's not telling what their people are saying in the front office, the directors, they probably saying, man, these niggas on the field making us money. You know what I'm saying? And,
Facts.
So it's like it's really like a double standard, or they throwing shots saying, "Oh, we're not going to be supportive of this," because it's out there, but you don't know what they saying behind closed doors at these schools, man. With the whole everybody in the audience white, but everybody on the field black. So I'm glad that he was able to further his education somewhere, but I got tears. For the HBCU that showing that, we going to accept that, coming from this guy,
Exactly.
because if it was a black dude that, just had a bag of weed and he lost his scholarship, ain't none of them white schools going to pick him up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to come to his rescue, man. So,
Hey, yo.
So why would they, even jump on that, but...
Hey, that's where my tears come in for white America. Because for over 400 years, y'all done oppressed black people. And y'all been waiting for the moment for us to come up, be violent, do some fucked up shit to y'all. And this just an example of how forgiving as a community we all, as black people, African Americans, Negroes, whatever, however you want to phrase it. Like, we're very forgiving and we're very peaceful people. The fact that your own community turned your back on you. And we was like, you know what? You made a mistake, young fella. You ain't even 21 yet. You too young to not have an education. We'll educate you and we'll let you come over to our community and experience our culture. See, that's what black people do. Like, since slavery, we've been raising white children. And that's where my tears at white America. The fact that y'all ain't noticed yet that we as a community, as black people, we just overly forgiving towards y'all, the stuff y'all done put us through.
Yeah, so I don't have no tears for him because I don't want him to say it. I don't even want none of my brothers to say it or anybody else to say the word. So I think, we already had a podcast on that one. Y'all need to check that out. And if you haven't checked it, you need to subscribe and like the YouTube channel, the Instagram, and the TikTok. So no more Black Tears podcast. But anyway, back to the subject. No tears for him. I got tears for all the brothers and sisters. If he does go to Fort Valley, I got tears for all of them because they got to sit there and be around just bigging. So that's how I feel about it.
Hey, speaking of, we watching the Super Bowl, speaking of celebrities, what about all these prominent male celebrities that's walking on Birkin bags and Gucci bags and wearing them like they purses and stuff? Like, what do y'all think about that, C's?
Man, that's some bullshit, man. It just goes to show you what fashion's bullshit to me, man. Like everybody, you just see they literally made a video where you just see everybody, even Shannon Sharp, man. They all had these purses on and 2 chains and all these. Oh, it's a man bag. Nah, nigga, it's just a purse. It's a damn purse. Cheers for that. That should just make everybody look stupid.
Yeah, man, tears for that too, man. It's a trend that, they're trying to push on us, man. They're trying to feminize, masculine males out here and, make it acceptable for guys to wear men bags. But, man, that's a purse, right? Like, come on, man.
Hey, speak, brother.
Back to the women, man. It's trends that we could start for ourselves, to make it more masculine and not even be on that. It's like on the line with skinny jeans, right? Like, come on, man. Like, leave certain stuff to the women, man. You trying to show straight curves off? What's going on, right?
Speak.
Like, come on, my guy.
Black History Month, speak, brother.
You want to wear man bags, but hey, we got to make a backpack line. You know what I'm saying? Make a suitcase line, man. We don't need no purse. The first dude I seen with a man bag was LeBron, man. It was a big old purse. He got a little ass suit on, man. A little short suit. And I'm like, come on, bruh.
Yeah.
Please, man, just leave certain stuff to women, man. It's other ways, like a briefcase, right? Make a briefcase line, man. For the men, you don't see no women going around, I got a briefcase. Oh, this is a woman briefcase. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you could set trends on, but, certain things you live to the women.
Yes. So,
I
have no cheers for it either, because it's like, when I seen the purses, so it's like, it's not like it was like, they had the satchels or the over the shoulder. Nah, those were straight up purses. They held them in one hand and they put them down in between the feet. And I'm like, what the world they got going on right now? I'm like, that's a straight up purse.
You know the fuck going on.
And so what do you have in this purse that you can't put in your pocket? You got some butt tampons or something? Booty leaking or something? Like, what's going on?
Yep.
What y'all got going on with this? Like,
some of the face mask brothers.
Okay.
They gonna say it's a gun in there.
No, you can't bring a gun in the
If you don't
arena.
carry the man bag, how much you think you could actually carry cash in your pocket?
Say again?
Most people don't carry cash, they carry cards.
Hey man, I got 4 pockets
got
full.
a man bag, that
Ask
means
little
they
baby,
got
4
cash
pockets
and
full.
a gun.
Then you
That
got a
means you
book
got
bag.
cash and a gun. When
Not
if I
in
got a
the
man
arena.
bag, that's what's in it.
Nothing.
100,000 cash or more with a gun, nigga.
Not a
I ain't
man
playing
bag.
with
It's
Time out,
not a man bag,
it.
sir.
So how much can you carry?
It's not a man bag, sir. It's a purse.
But like my light skinned brother over here said,
So what do you have in your purse, sir?
Briefcase. We
you
do
can have a
briefcase.
briefcase or you can have a book bag.
Okay, what do you have in your purse, sir?
No, I'm saying though, think about it. Like that's the only reason why I can say possibly because every time I see around my way a dude with a bag, he got the bag. Like literally, it's a bag full of money.
A bag full of money is not a purse.
Man, hey,
They was carrying around purses.
let's call it
Did
what
you
it
see that?
is. In the words of Dr. Umar Johnson, this is just another way for the white man to emasculate the black man. That's all that shit. That's all this really is.
Okay.
It's just another way because young black people, young black males who look up to these people, see that stuff, and they be like, oh, that's cool. and they start wearing the purses, and like that was the Boondocks with Gangsta
Nigga, you
Licious
gay.
had the little purse. Next thing you know, other black men say, okay, I'll wear a skirt. The next thing you know, you wearing lipstick and sandals and stuff. And next thing you know, you taking, dick in the ass and you hey, what is it?
Homies got butt wipes.
Homies over hoes. Come on, man.
Do the homie then.
Come on, I ain't finna do the homie, man.
Do the homie
That
then.
sounds like some gay shit to me, bro. That sounds like some gay shit to me. And that's some shit that as black people, we need to reject venomously.
Okay.
Hey, man. Speaking of these NBA stars wearing purses, it's been a lot of trades this week. It's changing a lot of teams. And, across the table, my little light-skinned brother, he been spitting tonight. So, what do you think about these trades that's been going on in the NBA this week?
Hey man, I'm feeling them, man. I'm thinking the Suns making that push, man, to get over the hump in the West, man. But Dallas is, Dallas is. Once Luka come back after the All-Star game, we're gonna see, man. But the ties have changed to the West Coast, man. And I don't think whoever comes out the West is gonna win it, man.
Okay.
I don't see the East competing anymore, man. Boston, they looking good, but
Look good.
I don't, they youth, man. It's not going.
The Bucks.
Hey, man, the
The
Bucks.
Bucks are going to be the Bucks. They got Giannis, the best player in the league.
But
Yep.
hey, he showed that he could be stopped, man. He ain't make it to the finals last year. Hey, you shut him down, man. And keep him out the paint, man. Just crowd the paint, and what can he do? So I'm like a Phoenix, man, but they got rid of a lot of their bench, man. So in all the trades, to me, I'm liking the Dallas moves that they made, man.
Okay.
They got two guards that could really spread the court, and
Kyrie and Luka.
they facilitate. Luka is not a selfish guy. Though he's ball dominant, but he could he'll facilitate the ball, man. He's a high average assist guy as compared to Kyrie, who's more of a scoring point guard. But like I said, man, the West is looking real good, man, in the trades that they've made. So we're gonna see, man, how I look at the All-Star game, man.
Yeah, it was some good trades, really bad ones, man. It just shows you could build a superstar team, but it just fell apart. Look at Brooklyn. We had Harden, had KD, and we had Kyrie. Everybody left. Everybody's gone now. It just shows you the West is just going to be more dominant for another couple of years. Lakers disappointed as usual. Their trades. But yeah, some good, decent ones.
Yeah, I got tears for my Lakers because doggone, I think we made some good moves, but is they really gonna matter? Are those moves gonna take us over the top? Probably not. But it's just crazy, man. But it's all love for the Lakers, man. But come on, man, we got to win another one for Kobe, man. Come on.
Got to.
Another real one, for Kobe, man. Because I don't count that bubble championship.
I do. I put it on the rack. I put it on the rack.
It's like half a championship.
It's a whole championship.
So that championship went into the next year, man.
It's a whole championship.
I got no tears because, in the words of one of the legends, one of my OGs, Rose, they didn't get paid.
They got paid.
So all them players got paid. So, to speak on what we said earlier, hey man, that Suns trade, man, that changed the whole dynamic now. It's Luka. Like KD going to the Suns, hey, that's part of the team to beat. So, before we go back to this, black on black Super Bowl, the last hot take we got, we're gonna start with Juice Man. LeBron James just recently became the all-time leading scorer, a record that was established before I was born. Does this make him the GOAT? What's your thoughts on this, Juice Man?
It's not about making them go. Just you got cheers, no cheers about the record.
I mean, tears, no tears. Like, how you feel about LeBron?
I'm happy LeBron got the record. That's cool. But would I choose him over Michael Jordan? Probably not. I'm probably still gonna rock with Michael.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about that. What, we talking about LeBron James.
Yeah,
About the score record and Kareem.
Why would I have tears for that? It's a good thing. Like, no tears. Like, congratulations.
Okay. C's?
Same, man. No tears. Congratulations, though. You know, solidified his spot in the league.
Yeah, no tears, man. You know, LeBron, man, he showed, man, he the greatest, man. You know, if you look at his stats, man, all around, man, he's the greatest ball player, man. 10,000 assists, 10,000 rebounds, top 10 in steals in league history, man. Ain't nobody even gonna accomplish, you know, none of that, man.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. I got tears because I think it was a great accomplishment. So those are happy tears. So it was a great accomplishment. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he got to do it in the Lakers jersey. He took over Laker Hall of Famer. So I got tears. It's like it was a good accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to be a LeBron fan, and now I'm a LeBron fan. As long as he's with the Lakers, I'm going to continue to be a LeBron fan. So what about you, Bertizzi?
Man, I got tears, man, for one reason, man. I'm old enough. I saw LeBron when they first started televising games on high school on ESPN. I saw when he got drafted by the Cavs, when he went to Miami, came back to Cleveland, went to LA. Man, I saw that brother go through a long journey, and I'm gonna be real. That man had hype. They was like, hey, witnesses. I didn't think he was gonna be this nice. So the fact that he the all-time leading scorer and he arguably, you know, won two in terms of GOAT discussion. Hey man, I got tears, man. Congrats to him, man. Congrats to all black people, man. And LeBron James, hey, as a black male, I'm proud to have him represent the NBA. Let me make that very clear. I'm proud that LeBron James represent the NBA as a black male.
Yeah, it's not about just the NBA, just as a black male.
Period.
Just period, because he's stand up. There's nothing in the news, nothing. He just
Family man.
he's a stand up guy. He's
Dude,
a
we
stand
just
up
dog
guy.
his ass out.
And we back. Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes named Super Bowl MVP. Second Super Bowl MVP in his career. We're gonna start off.
Along with the MVP of the whole season. So when the last time an MVP won the Super Bowl?
This year. But if you want to say before this year,
I know, before this year.
1999 when Kurt Warner did.
Exactly.
So it took over what?
Exactly.
Over 20 years. So
Exactly.
with that being said, we're gonna start with the person on the podcast that predicted the Eagles to win the game. Hey C's, what's your thoughts on?
No, we're not gonna go to C's. We're not gonna go to C's. We had a special guest tonight.
Oh yeah, we did have a special guest tonight. Hey, Rose. Shout out a special guest that we had during the halftime show.
Yeah, shout out to MGZ, man. Man, he came on and he did his thing, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. He surprised me. He came on and he was just like family.
He was fair.
Because he is family. There you go. He is family. He came on just like family because he is family. Came on the pod and was like, and then show love and shout out to MGZ, man. Shout out to MGZ. Man, you did your thing, man. You did your thing. We need you back. Come back. We go put you back on now.
And for those who was, listening and heard his takes and loved what he was saying, please believe in future episodes, he will be in future episodes. So C's, man, what's your take on this first ever black on black Super Bowl?
And it was made history tonight. That's one of the most important things is like Bert's gonna say, hey, a black quarterback won. That's what really matters. But hey, it was overall, it was a good game. A lot of moves. Philly should have made some moves earlier in the game. I disappointed in the way it ended too. I'm just like I feel like
It was anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic, and you would have had the same results if they had scored a touchdown at the end for the Chiefs. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm like, play calling wise, I'm disappointed in it, but hey, Philly, do not burn the city down. Don't fucking burn the city down. Hey, Juice Man, what you got to say, man?
I want Hurts to win it. Hurts ain't win it, so man, Mahomes was the favorite. You got, what I'm saying, just to grass on. So, but I really want Hurts to win it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good game. It was a good game.
Man, all I got to say, man, is this is the best Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life. Man, the second one that comes close to this is when the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots. But other than that, man, this is the best Super Bowl I have ever seen in my life, man. Man, them boys from Kansas City, they did their thing. Andy Reid, shouts out to you. Doggone the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Bieniemy, he did his thing, man.
Needs a head coaching job.
He needs one, but I'm trying to figure out why he ain't got one yet.
Because he's black.
But it is because he's black. But check it. I'm glad he didn't get one. Because if he would have got one from the sorry teams, he wouldn't have got no Super Bowl ring. He wouldn't have got no.
Facts.
Because if he went to one of the sorry teams, he wouldn't have got no Super Bowl ring.
He would have got 5 in a year and a half.
But man, oh my goodness, man, this was one of the best games I have ever seen in my life. It's like, and then we bounced from house to house to watch the Super Bowl. Nigga, what did you do that?
Augusta, GA, CSRA every day, baby.
Because we got family everywhere.
Everywhere.
Family everywhere. Come on, down the street, around the corner, up the street. Like, we in here, man. Like, Pat Mahomes, MVP of the season, MVP of the Super Bowl. We can't get no better than this, man. Jalen Hurts, I think he broke a record for the quarterback for something. I don't know what he broke a record. I think he
Was it rushing yards?
No, the only
I think
quarterback.
Or was it rushing touchdown? No, rushing
I think he
touchdown.
might be the
Because he had 3 of them.
I think he's the only person that scored 3 rushing touchdowns.
4 total.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Running back, I think running back.
So shouts out to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Shouts out to Jalen Hurts, man. Man, you showed up. Like from me to be a Georgia fan and be a Georgia lover, I'm gonna give you some love, man, because you did your thing, man, and you keep going. You keep going. You go get yours. You go get yours, Jalen Hurts. You go get yours. Much love to you.
Man, I just want to start off by saying, as someone that saw Jalen Hurts' college career, I saw him start at Alabama, get benched, then go to Oklahoma, then get ready for the NFL draft, and there were scouts that wanted this man to move to receiver / running back because they didn't think he could play quarterback. Y'all remember that? That's how they do black quarterbacks.
Remember that?
They did that to Lamar Jackson. They did that to a lot of other black quarterbacks. They wanted him to change positions. And Jalen said, nah, bruh. And because he said nah, he fell to the 2nd / 3rd round. And look where he at now, man. The quarterback of a Super Bowl caliber team where he scored 3 rushing touchdowns, had 304 passing yards, and 1 passing touchdown.
Shout out to Juice Man, because I think he was the only one in our crew that said he was going to get drafted in the 2nd round.
Yep, exactly.
Shout out to Juice Man.
Shout out to Juice Man for that. And Jalen Hurts did that, man. He did that. With that being said, man, it was amazing to see the first black on black Super Bowl. I enjoyed every second watching both black quarterbacks duel it out. You know, to see Pat Mahomes make the plays he made, to see Jalen Hurts make the plays he make, and then finally to see the Chiefs win. You know, it would have been better had the Chiefs, scored a touchdown, and then to see Jalen.
So how you feel about the when when Jared McKinnon
Took a
from
knee, took a
from
knee, took a
Georgia
knee.
Southern, from Georgia
But
Southern.
shout out Georgia Southern.
Shout out Georgia Southern. Jared McKinnon from Georgia Southern. When he ran, he had a touchdown.
That's what they teach these players nowadays. I would have rather him score the touchdown one, because win or lose, McKinnon could have always said the rest of his life, I scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in the rest of his life, he could have said, hey, I scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. 2, man, it would have made for great television. Like Jalen Hurts gets the ball back with a minute 45 left and a timeout left, and you got to score a touchdown. Now that would have been some great television instead of us seeing the Chiefs take like 2-3 knees and they kick a field goal and whatever. But you know what? I mean, the Chiefs won. They did what they were supposed to do. Like, I mean, that's how you're supposed to play, I guess.
Okay. So Aaron Forster, he said it was rigged.
It's a script.
So Jerry McKinnon, is it a script? I know it's not a script.
Oh, let me keep it real. Like, this year was not a script, because ain't no way you're gonna have 29 white owners, one owner that's like Arabic or something like that, Shah Khan, who's not black. They not gonna script that 2 black quarterbacks will make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and also not a script that we back.
Yeah, we back.
Who's back? Patrick Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes to Chiefs. And that's another thing. Pat Mahomes got the second Super Bowl MVP, second league MVP, got a legit chance to pass Tom Brady as the GOAT.
Yeah, he got a chance. He got a chance to catch him.
And let me tell you, as someone that's seen Tom Brady's whole career, I'm gonna keep it real, man. No disrespect to Tom Brady fans.
But he
Pat Mahomes, he has to do more. But Pat Mahomes' best season, man, let me tell you, Tom Brady's best season ain't even close to Pat Mahomes' best season. Ain't even close. Ain't
Pat
close.
Mahomes is the man. Like Tom Brady, like
Best quarterback I seen alive with my own 2 eyes.
like how they made rules for this guy. He shouldn't even get his first quarter.
Tuck rule.
He shouldn't even get that.
They made a rule where you can't even tackle a quarterback below their knees.
He got 2 rules. Like how they gonna do that for that cracker?
Yep.
And I don't mean no disrespect for
No disrespect.
for all our white allies, but when I say cracker, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Y'all know what that mean, man. Y'all know
Y'all
what that
know
mean.
who I'm talking about. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about all the white folks.
All the people that's been oppressing this moment.
Y'all know who I'm
the
talking
people
about.
that's mad to
Y'all
see
know
a
who
black
I'm
on black Super Bowl, a Super
Y'all
Bowl
know
between
who
2
I'm
black quarterbacks.
Like,
Let's let that sink in for a moment. This league been around for over 100 years, and this is the first Super Bowl that had 2 starting black quarterbacks. Let that sink in for a moment.
but how many black people? The percentage of the league is it?
Like 60 something.
It's over 75% black.
Okay, so
60 something. 64.
so when the next time we go get a white cornerback?
Never. You ain't never heard that what's that movie? The Untouchables, that little spoof sports comedy.
Can we get a white cornerback?
White can't cover black. That's whack. You smoking crack.
Can we get a white cornerback?
Hey OJ,
We talking about black
Juice
quarterback.
Man. Can white cover black?
Can we get a white cornerback?
If
We
you
talking
think
about
white cover black,
cornerback?
Juice Man, you must be smoking what?
Right.
Exactly. You smoking crack if you think white can cover black.
But still, can we get one?
Now we can't get one because white can't cover black.
So who is the best players in the league?
The black players.
All right. So why is this the first time that we had a black and black quarterback?
Man, it goes down to this, man. When white people say about racism is not the way you feel about someone's skin color. That's prejudice. It's a system that's been put in place to oppress people. So when you ask questions about why we can't have 2 black quarterbacks Super Bowl every year, it's because it's been a system put in place to not have us have black GMs, black ownership,
Okay.
black head coaches, black
Preach.
quarterbacks at a level that
Amen.
white people have.
Amen.
So we have less opportunities.
Amen.
So the fact that we had 2 black quarterbacks in the
Amen.
Super Bowl shows
Amen.
you how hard that someone like Jalen Hurts
Don't stop.
and
Keep
someone
going.
like Patrick Mahomes
Keep going.
had to work to even
Keep
get
going.
to this point
Amen.
and be
Amen.
proven
Keep
that
going.
they can be that elite.
Keep going. Amen. Amen.
So y'all think about the next thing
Right.
I want to talk about racism. It's a system that's been put in place for over 100 years.
Now that's what we're talking about. Because do you know how much the Kansas City owner is worth?
Hey,
Billions.
Billions with an S.
billion.
20 billion.
Billions.
This nigga got 20 billions in the fucking bank, yo. Billions. He was born in this shit.
Exactly. He was born in, but who made the country?
Black
Black
people.
folks.
But who made the country?
Black people.
Who he made his money off
This
of?
is a country made off of the Indians' land, paved the way from black people. Y'all don't forget that now. This is the Indians, Native Americans' land that was cultivated by black people.
I need y'all to do your history and go and research everything that we're saying. And if we telling a lie, I need you to go subscribe, like, and then comment. And if you don't like what we're saying, then you need to holler at the boy.
And DM the TikTok page, the Instagram page, comment on the YouTube page. And if you in Georgia, hey, we'll have you on the podcast, and you can speak your piece. If you don't like what we're saying, because please believe, everything that we're saying is stuff that we've researched and we know to be facts.
Facts. Because all we talk about is facts. We don't talk about no fiction. We might play around with some aliens and things like that, but aliens ain't fiction. Aliens ain't fiction because they from Atlanta and they from the ATL. Aliens is, hey, holla at your boy Drake. He'll tell you.
And it was
Big
a ju-
boy,
and
he'll
it,
tell you.
and it was a juice man. And they did this, they did that. You can explain it. Aliens.
Hey, in the words that he said, just because white folks ain't did it, that don't mean aliens did it.
y'all think about that now. But on a serious note, man, hey, this is a moment that as black people in America, we should be proud that we had 2 black men show up to a football game, play their hearts out, represent us, and we had a black woman at halftime do her thing.
And shouts out to little Beverly Brown. Shouts out. Hey, it might not be mine, but it might be. You will never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? But
With that being said, Pat Mahomes now got 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
you got 6 more.
At this moment,
You got 6 more to win.
where does everybody at this table rank Pat Mahomes? All time.
C's. Where you at, Pat Mahomes? All-time quarterback.
He in the running to be GOAT right now, but top 5. Shit.
Top 5? Of course
So,
he's top
so, so,
5.
so who's your top 5? Give me your top 5.
Nah. We ain't trying to go into no deep discussion. Nah, I'm not doing all that.
Okay,
Top 5. Definitely top 5. He in. Shit, he might be 2, 3. Shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna put like this. He in top 2. We got
Facts.
We got him, or we got like Frank Brady.
Facts.
So that's how I'm feeling about it.
Juiceman, what you think?
Well, what?
At this moment, where you got Pat Mahomes all time?
He's actually number 1, but we gotta put my number 2 because he got his small rings.
Facts. Hey, man.
He's in there running though.
This big Vert talking. If you asking me, he number 1. But he got to get a couple more accomplishments for me to officially put him there. He number 2 all time to me. Like, he done showed me everything that I had to see to be confident that he the greatest quarterback I've ever seen. He get 2 more rings. He the GOAT.
Yeah. So check this out. So how y'all feel about that pass interference call that happened in the fourth quarter with Bradbury? How y'all feel about that?
It made the game fair because
How you feel about that, Juice Man? How you feel about that?
it was fair because Philly got away with something earlier. I forgot what it was, but it was some crazy shit that they got away with. So it's just to, you know, it is what it is. Give it to
Okay,
them.
see, so how do you feel about it?
It's these one or two plays that fucking turn the tide of the game. Did I agree with that one? Nah, I didn't. So it is what it is.
So do you feel like it was a penalty or not?
Yeah, it was a penalty.
Okay, so how do you don't agree with it then? Hey, this audio, they can't see you. Tell them what it's saying. Tell them what you're saying.
Nah, it is what it is, man.
All right, so do you feel it or you don't feel it?
Hey man, that shit was a
You got
penalty.
tears or no tears?
That shit was a penalty, man. And let me keep this clip straight. That was a pass interference. I just want to say to Bradbury, you know better than that, man. It's a Super Bowl. You know better, man. You can't be grabbing a man twice on one play. On one play. The first time, you know them crackers. My bad. Don't white refs. Let you get away with it.
So you can say my bad on crackers, but every time y'all say the N-word, y'all ain't gotta say my bad.
You know what? Hey, Rose, right? You know them crackers let you grab him once. You supposed to, at that point in time, realize, oh, I done fucked up, bro. I gotta play defense. You grabbed this man twice. Thank you. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what's up. You know what's up. You can't do that twice now.
Hey, on my take, I think it was a good call. At the time, people will say, but how many times did Tom Brady get calls? They changed rules for this cracker.
Every big game Tom Brady played in, he got at least one big call.
So it's like,
Tuck rule.
I have no love for anything. If the ref call it, if the ref call it.
The first time the Chiefs was in the Super Bowl, then they called Frank Clark offsides. And so, oh, no, it was D Ford, my bad. They called D Ford offsides after what? Tom Brady threw a what? A pick? Come on now. They call calls for Tom Brady all the time.
So, man, I ain't got no love for none of that. So all I gotta say, man, shouts out to Jalen Hurts. Shouts out to Jalen Hurts.
Shouts out to Michael Vick.
Shouts out to Michael Vick. Shouts out to
All the
Jonathan
black quarterbacks.
Shouts out to Warren Moon. Shouts out to Doug Williams.
Man, my last question for everyone on the podcast, because we done had a great black on black history, the first ever black on black Super Bowl. My last question is this, because this is the Super Bowl, so I do have to ask these two questions. So I'm gonna combine them. Your favorite halftime performance, and to you, your favorite Super Bowl.
Okay, Juice Man.
This could be one of my favorite Super Bowls. This and when the Patriots lost to the Giants, that was a one. And then I have to say I didn't like it that much, but then at the same time I kind of like the end. So Janet Jackson.
Okay.
Okay.
You like that little titty? Okay, cool. That
I
titty.
was hoping that for Rihanna, but Rihanna, you disappointed me tonight.
She pregnant. Rihanna can't just show no titty when she pregnant.
Yes, you can. Show them big dubs.
I wanted a titty
Show
and
them
a
big
half
dubs.
ass from Rihanna. I wanted
Show
two
them big
mouthfuls.
dubs.
Hey, C's, what favorite halftime performance and favorite Super Bowl?
Halftime, man. That Dre one was good. Before that, man, what was it? Looking back, I wasn't alive, but that Michael Jackson one was nice. Prince was nice, but definitely the Dre one. So far, probably I'm gonna say Dre. That was a big impact. Favorite Super Bowl last time, Steelers was in it, so let's go. Steelers all day. You got the rings to prove it.
You from Pittsburgh?
We gonna pass it.
You from Pittsburgh?
Steelers fan. It don't matter.
You from Pittsburgh?
That's America's team. Dallas is Steelers.
America's
American
team. Not the Cowboys.
Those American
Okay.
teams.
Pittsburgh Steelers is America's team.
Okay, so we got some lame people on the podcast tonight. But so my favorite Super Bowl was 28-3. I'm not gonna say the team's name.
Facts.
That was one of my favorite Super Bowls. And then tonight was my favorite Super Bowl.
Facts.
So so we're gonna talk about halftime performances. I'm gonna say the weekend performance. I like it. I don't know. I
It was dope. It was dope.
It
It
was
was
fire.
dope. It was dope.
The weekend performance was fire. And Janet Jackson, number one.
Can't hate.
Facts.
That was nice.
And Janet number one to me.
I was good until she brought Justin Timberlake out. I like Justin Timberlake, but she could have did good without him. She didn't need to bring him out, but that would kind of messed it up. It was good until she brought Justin Timberlake out.
Man, for me,
Yeah, but you already said your take.
for me personally, my top 3 Super Bowls, you know, one of them
We didn't say 3, we said 2.
gotta be that 99 Super Bowl where the Rams won, and I just remember being like 8, 9 years old and seeing the Tennessee receiver stretch his arm out and be just a couple inches short.
What was his name though? What's his name? Call his name. He's a black guy.
I don't remember
Call his
him.
name.
I don't remember him. I wish I
Dyson.
did. Huh?
Dyson.
Dyson? Okay, Dyson. Who made the tackle? It was London Fletcher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, London Fletcher made the tackle. It was a great Super Bowl. I told you earlier in the game, earlier in the podcast, and one of my favorite quarterbacks, Steve McNeil, that was a great Super Bowl to me. Another great Super Bowl, man, I'm going to be Pacific. I know Juice Man said the Giants Super Bowl, I'm Pacific. When the Patriots was undefeated and Eli and them beat the Patriots, to me, even though it wasn't a lot of action on the game, it was just more so.
That's the one he was talking about.
I did not expect that.
That's the one he was talking about.
Okay, cool. But I did not expect that. That was surprising. And this Super Bowl right here, I thought this Super Bowl was great. And halftime performances, man, I feel like, man, Bruno halftime performance a couple years ago, the Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl was great. But last year, man, as a hip hop fan, as someone that loves rap, like loves hip hop, man, I feel like it's hard not to put that one up there, man, because, man, I got to see Dre, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and I got to see K-Dot.
So
All
how do you
perform.
feel like they let the game out? So you think that was okay or not?
I mean, you can't be talking shit about the fan, man.
Huh?
I mean, you can't be talking shit about the
No,
fan.
I said, do you think that they should let them out, or do you think they should?
Of the halftime show?
Yeah.
I mean, Drake can only have so many people perform, but I would have loved to hear like One Blood. I would have loved to hear that.
Yeah. So you feel like they should have had game on it, right?
I'm gonna ask this: what song do you take out?
What song do you take out?
Cause
Can you name all the songs that they played?
they play Eminem "Lose Yourself."
You can't. I know you're not gonna be able to name all the songs that they played.
Yeah, they play Eminem "Lose Yourself." They play Mary J. Blige "Family Affair" and "No More Pain." They play No More Drama. They play 50 Cent "In the Club." They play K-Dot "Everything Gonna Be Alright." They played Dr. Dre, Dre Day, and the other song with him and Snoop.
So did they play Friday?
Now they ain't play Friday.
But no think they should have played that.
I mean, they could have played that.
Or they should have played one game song.
The songs they play. What I'm saying is the songs they play. What song would you take out?
You ain't got to take out a song.
So add 5 more minutes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. If I can add 5 more minutes, then play a game song.
All right.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear One Blood.
Yeah. It's plenty of songs that game can play. One Blood. I'm not gonna say.
Nah, it would have had to be One Blood because that's the only game song that
I'm
would
not
have
gonna
justified being on that stage.
I'm not gonna say they had to play that one, but they could have played a game.
They ain't no other game song that you can justify being on that stage.
Yes, they could.
That's the one.
I mean, the MVP, the song with him and 50, you could play. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. That's 2 game songs. My bad.
But I mean, him and 50 gotta be on stage together though. That ain't gonna happen.
So Jeezy and Gucci Mane was on stage together.
If Jeezy and Gucci Mane be on stage together, anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
And what
Anything is possible.
Kevin Garnett told y'all in 2009? Anything is possible.
I said shit.
So I don't hear nothing about that other stuff. You better get your mind right.
Please get it right. Amen.
So,
But
shouts out to man MGZ.
hey, shouts out to MGZ, man. He was great. Shouts out to I'm just gonna say Big Joe. You know, cause we was at his spot during halftime. Shouts out to them. The Super Bowl was amazing. Black on black. Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts.
It's not Big Joe, man. It's the gift.
The gift. Okay, shouts out to them.
Shout
man.
out to the gift.
Shouts out to the gift, man.
Shout
You
out
know,
to the gift, man.
You know, hey, thank you, Hennessy, Jack Daniels, and this Canton Liquor and Modelo for getting us right tonight. And Marcelo Cigar Shop. But, man, hey.
Augusta Cigar Club, we always shout y'all out.
Hey, we love y'all. So, been a great day. We out.
We out, man. We out.